Good morning, everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to extend a warm welcome to all the participants, our distinguished resource person to this day 6 of FDP on AI in Education. With great pleasure and honor, I would like to introduce our resource person for today's session, Mr. Ando Gracious. Mr. Ando Gracious is a renowned expert in the field of computer science, especially programming, with a distinguished career spanning over 15 years. He is currently working as an assistant professor in Department of CSE at RMK College of Engineering and Technology. Beyond his academic achievements, he is a dedicated educator and mentor committed to nurturing the next generation of professionals. Today, he will be enlightening us on case studies of successful AI projects in education, a subject that is both timely and relevant to our work as educators. We are indeed privileged to have him with us today to share his wealth of knowledge and experience. Once again, I extend my heartfelt welcome to Mr. Ando Gracious and all the participants. Now, I hand over the session to Ando Gracious, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. I welcome all of you for the day 6 of the virtual faculty development program on artificial intelligence in education, that is integrating AI into computer science curriculum. So, for the past 5 days, everyone will be gathered the knowledge about the artificial intelligence and how it can be integrated in the education, and also the informations regarding the computer visions and so on. So here I am not going to give more insights on artificial intelligence, but only some projects I have taken. That is the successful projects, whatever, which are being running currently in the real-time world. So there small insight about that I will be presenting in this session for you. So going into the topic, so my topic of discussion is case study of successful projects in education. You can take it as an AI projects also, right? So many of you are aware. So nowadays, many of us are using that one of the successful AI project for our curriculum as well as for your academic growth. So that is to be the ChatGPT. Then for the research people, they will be aware about that ChatGPT. Then the QL bot. So likewise, many softwares or many applications we are using them. Apart from that, so what are the other softwares which are being used or which are being successfully implemented in various campuses in abroad as well as in our India, or which we are widely using nowadays? Those informations I will be sharing here. So myself, Ando Gracious, working as assistant professor in CSE department of RMK College of Engineering and Technology, Tiruvallur district. And I am also acting as a department placement coordinator as well as corporate relationship coordinator in the same institution. So before starting my lecture, I would like to say a Tamil proverb, Katrathu Kaimanalavu, Kalladadu Ulalavu. It is a famous quote of Tamil lyricist poet Avaya. So usually while starting my lectures, I will be showing this quote, right? So the information what I know is only a little bit drop. In that drop, so which is useful to this session, I am going to discuss here. Okay, so I am not going to teach, I am going to discuss here, right? So many of the tools or many of the projects which I am going to present is already known to you, maybe, right? Okay, so only a small insight I am going to here. And also a disclaimer for this. So the case studies, whatever I am presenting is only for the education purpose. And the projects discussed here are the proprietary product of that particular corporations. Okay, right? The success of AI implementations it will be varying based upon many factors such as the context, resources, and the executions. The views and opinions expressed in this case study does not necessarily reflect that particular software. Okay, so because day to day, many updations are taking place in the AI environment or in the AI world. Okay, so maybe many projects would have. So while doing the case study or analysis, maybe some informations or some factors are there. So that I would have enclosed it in my study or in this particular lecture. Maybe today or at this point, maybe there may be many changes. Clear? So likewise, many things can be changed. So whatever discussed in this lecture cannot be same as that of the current today's situation. Okay, right? So the attendees, those who are going to use that, can do their own research and then they can implement for their academic use. Okay, so because what I am saying is, day before yesterday, while we are using WhatsApp, we would have used the normal WhatsApp application, right? And yesterday or day before yesterday, you would have seen a small circle there. Okay, a new addition has been added up, right? So they have introduced the Meta AI inside that WhatsApp to get the information directly from the AI, right? So without going or without moving away from the WhatsApp environment, we can use the AI. Okay, so like this, many things has been updated, right? So many things are the software environment or the software value is getting updated day to day in every seconds or in every milliseconds. Clear? So whatever information I have given maybe get changed, maybe get updated, right? Okay. So if you are using, you may, if you are trying to use that applications or projects, you may do your own research and you can conduct your research or you can use that. Okay. So that is a disclaimer which I would like to give you here. Okay. So artificial intelligence. So what is meant by an artificial intelligence? So for the past 5 days, everyone are going or everyone are going through this particular concept set to be artificial intelligence. So before going to the artificial intelligence, the term artificial intelligence, who coined the term artificial intelligence? So that is nothing but these 10 people. Okay, among them, the John McCarthy. So that is a person who is given the credit as the founding father of artificial intelligence. Okay, so John McCarthy is given the credit as the founding father of the term set to be artificial intelligence. Okay, right? So in 1956, Dartmouth workshop was being conducted, right? So Dartmouth workshop was being conducted, and the main aim of that particular Dartmouth conference or the workshop is to implement a machine which can think like a human. Okay, to implement a machine or to incorporate the idea how to make a machine to think like a human, right? So that was the workshop conducted. So there, John McCarthy, then Minsky, Rooster, and Shannon. So they four presented a proposal. Okay, they presented a proposal, that is the research, a proposal of a research project on artificial intelligence. Okay, so their project was being presented there. Along with them, so other persons, those who were there in this particular slide or in this particular image, were also contributing their yes in that particular conference. Okay, right? The main idea was given by John McCarthy and those four, and the others were also giving their own ideas or their own insights. Okay, so here not only the computer scientists or not only the computer professors, but also the mathematicians and uh, uh, other persons or the other professionals were also involved in that particular workshop. Okay, right? And in that workshop, they coined the term set as artificial intelligence. Okay, right? So in the 2006, the persons, those who coined the words or those who were participating in that particular workshop, they again joined together to discuss about this particular topic again in the same venue, right? So if you search in the websites, you will be getting the insights about those informations. Okay, right? So that was the starting of coining the term such as artificial intelligence. Okay, right. So this is the path how the machine came into existence into the human activities, or how the machines became a part of the human activities. Okay, right? So first in 16, this journey started in the year 1642, right? So in the 1642, what happened is uh, the first mechanical calculating machine was built. Okay, so a calculator was built by a mathematician set to be the base class. Okay, so in the year 1642, right? So the journey of this particular integration of machine into our life came into existence. Okay, so then the programmable machine designed by Charles Babbage came into existence. Then the foundation for neural network was introduced. Then a tuning machine was introduced in 1955 and 1956. In that period, the artificial intelligence term was coined in that particular Dartmouth conference. Then ELISA, a natural language program, was created. Then the expert system simulation was created. Then the computer program Deep Blue Beats, the computer program Deep Blue, that was being introduced, and it defeated the world champion Gary Kasparov at that time in 1997, right? So it was the great news during that time. Okay, so world champion was defeated by a computer. So likewise, the news was uh, very popular during the year 1997, right? So then in the 2002, iRobot was introduced, right? So for the cleaning purpose, so for the cleaning of our surrounding of our home or office or anything, so this particular iRobot was launched, right? So then in 2009, Google built its self-driving car. Okay, so for self-driving car was introduced by the Google in the year 2009. Then in 2011, IBM's Watson. Okay, so IBM's Watson, it is also an artificial intelligence machine which took place in the US game show and defeats the champions. Okay, then in 2011 to 2014, the personal assistant machines such as Siri, then Google Now, Cortana. So those were the speech recognition machine, and yeah. So the personal assistants such as the Siri, so those type of machines were introduced. And the 2014
Hey,
advanced,
sir.
who is that?
என்னதான் என்னதான்
So, okay, so that is a disturbance. So in 2014, generative adversarial networks, it was introduced. Then in 2016, AlphaGo. So that is also a gaming system. It beats the professionals. And in the 2018, most of the universities coined their syllabus in the topic set to be AI. Okay, so this was a small journey. So this was a big journey starting from 16th century to the 20th century. Okay, right? So in this way, many machines came into the made their pathway into the life of humans, and we were using that in our day-to-day activities. Okay, right? So this is not a small journey; it is a large journey, right? From 16th century till 2024. Okay, so today also many new inventions maybe have been introduced or were happening at this point of time also. Okay, right? So the listeners, if you need, you can take a screenshot of this particular image. Okay, moving on to the next. So here I am given a small timeline of artificial intelligence. In the previous slide, we have seen how the machines were involving in our day-to-day life, right? Okay, so in 1950, the time of research of AI has been started. Then in 1956, the AI term was coined by John McCarthy. In 1974, computers got its influence in our day-to-day activities. Then in 1980, the year of artificial intelligence started. That is the research over the artificial intelligence came into book. And in 2000, actually, it came into the landmark, or it entered into the field of software. Okay, right? So this is a small timeline related to our artificial intelligence, right? Okay, so about 50 years and above, the term artificial intelligence and its research and advancements is going on in our real-time environment. So now coming to the terms to be artificial intelligence. Okay, artificial intelligence, or it can be said as AI, right? So AI can be said as a technology. So it will be enabling the computer and machine to simulate the human intelligence and problem solving capabilities. Okay, right? So it is a technology which makes the computers as well as the machines to simulate the human intelligence and problem solving capabilities. Okay, right? So this problem solving capabilities can be of its own, or it can combine with any other technologies. Okay, right? So any other technologies said to be the sensors, then the geolocations, robotics, natural language processing. Okay, so those additional technologies can also be combined with it to perform the activities. Okay, to perform that activities, the machine can make its own. It can make its own technology, or it can have the technology that is additional technologies to it. Okay, right? And also it can perform the task that would otherwise require human intelligence or intervention, right? So the human intelligence can also be used here, right? Okay. And nowadays in the day-to-day life, we are using the digital assistants, then the GPS guidance, then the autonomous vehicles and generative AI tools. Okay, so these are some of the examples which we are daily using. Okay, so for navigations, we will be using the Google Maps, that is a GPS guidance. Okay, for some of the, for creating some academic information or to get some research related informations, we may use ChatGPT. Then for clearing the plagiarisms or to make the changes to the machine generated in informations, we will be using the QLBot related applications. Then for checking the plagiarism, we may use the Turnitin softwares. Okay, so likewise in the day-to-day activities, we are using many of the tools which are being widely needed for our users. Okay, right? So this is a short introduction about the AI. Okay, so here AI means it's not only it is using the artificial intelligence alone, but it will also use these 4 different technologies. Okay, so machine learning, then the neural networks, then the NLP or natural language processing, and the robotics. Okay, so in the machine learning, so what we will be doing is, or what it is doing is, it will be collecting the sample data and we will be training the computers to recognize the pattern based upon the various algorithms which are available in that machine learning concept. Okay, in the neural networks, the computer system is designed in the format of a thinking like that of a neurons in a brain. Okay, so it is designed to imitate, or it will be acting as a neuron of a brain. Okay, next the natural language processing. What it will be doing is it will be understanding the speech, or it will be understanding the terms which we are speaking, and it will be understanding it, and then it will be analyzing and it will be providing you the result. Okay, so that will be taking place in the natural language processing. Then the robotics. So robotics means it will be doing the human activities. Okay, so similar to, not the exact human activities, similar to that of a human, it will be doing performing the activities to assist the humans in their day-to-day activities. Okay, so you would have heard in newses, some robots were introduced in the restaurants for assisting, or it will be acting as a servers, or it will be acting as a waiters. Likewise, you would have had the newses, right? So that is this case said to be the robotics. Okay, so now we shall see about the categories of artificial intelligence. Okay, so you would have learned many different type of categories of artificial intelligence, and here I am going to present based upon some criteria. Okay, so how we can categorize the artificial intelligence based upon some criteria. So first thing is category of artificial based upon the capacity. Okay, so based upon the capacity of that particular technology, how it can be categorized. Okay, so here we can categorize the artificial intelligence into 3 categories. So narrow AI or weak AI, general AI or strong AI, artificial super AI or super intelligent AI. Okay, so narrow or weak AI means it is designed to perform only a specific task. Okay, so apart from that, it will not do any work. Okay, so only that specific task it will do. Okay, so the examples of it is uh, the commonly used Alexa as well as Siri, and also the recommendation systems such as Netflix as well as the Amazon. Okay, so those are the example for this narrow or weak AI. The second case it is general AI or strong AI, right? So here what it will do is it has the ability to understand, learn and apply knowledge. Okay, so it will be understanding, it will be learning, and then it will be applying the knowledge, and that knowledge application will be similar to that of the human intelligence. Okay, exactly not the human intelligence, but it will be similar to that of the human intelligence. Okay, but the sad news about it is not being implemented nowadays. Okay, so it's only in the theory and the research work is going on. Okay, so it's not being implemented in the day-to-day activities, but it is in theory alone. Okay, the third category is the artificial super AI or super intelligent AI. Okay, so here it will be, what it will be doing is it will be overriding or it will be surpassing the human intelligence in all aspects. That is, it will be having its own creativity, it will be having its own wisdom, and it will be having its own problem solving capability. Okay, so by using that, it will be performing the operations based upon the situation which it is facing. Okay, right? So here for narrow AI and weak AI, we have the examples set to be Alexa as well as Siri. Okay, can anyone give me an example for this strong AI and artificial super AI? So everyone will be knowing about this. Okay, so anyone example of this general AI, strong AI, which you have seen? Everyone has seen that. So it's nothing but your chitti, right? So it's only in theory, but it is not implemented in real world. Okay, so in the movies they would have shown this chitti 2.0, 3.0 robot, then G1, Ra1, likewise many robots were there, right? Then iRobot in Hollywood movies you would have seen, right? So that's in that format, this strong AI as well as super intellectual AI will be there. Okay, right? So in the movie itself, you would have seen it thinks of its own and it will be acting upon that, right? Okay, theoretically it is there, but if it comes into effect, the effect whatever we have seen in the Chitti and Ra1 as well as in G1, so that will be happening. Okay, so that's an example of your artificial super AI as well as your general or strong AI. So then based upon the functionality, you can divide or we can categorize the artificial intelligence into reactive machines, then the limited memory, theory of mind as well as self-aware AI. Okay. So in the reactive machines, they will be reacting to a specific input with the predefined responses. Already the responses will be there. Based upon that responses and based on the input whatever we are providing, it will be giving you the result. Okay. So here it will not be storing any memory or it will not be having any past experience. Okay, example is your IBM's Deep Blue chess computer. Okay, so in the chess computer, what happens is, so the rules and regulations for playing a chess, rules and regulation for playing the chess is been already recorded. Okay, so based upon that rules and regulations only, it will be acting upon. Okay, so it will not be thinking of its own. Okay, only for that move. So if a coin is being moved from one, so for example take a2 to c3, then it will be examining the rules in the rules and regulation which has been fed up in the machine, and based upon that it will be acting or it will be moving the coin in that particular chessboard. Okay, that will be happening in the reactive machines. Then in the limited memory, so it will can store past experience and it can use it them for the future decisions. Okay, so most modern AI systems will be falling into this category. Okay, the example is your self-driving car and the chatbots which are being used. Okay, right? So based upon the previous experience or based upon the previous thing which it has experienced, it will be performing. Okay, so in the self-driving cars, so it will be recording the path and route through which it has gone. Okay, so those will be getting stored. Okay, then once again in the future, if the same destination has to be reached by the person in the car, then what will be having? It will be taking that particular route, and then through that route will be navigating. Okay, so that is said to be the limited memory, right? Then the theory of mind. So here it will be understanding the emotions, beliefs, and thought of other entities, and interact more deeply with humans, understanding the social interactions and the small nuances. Okay, this is also currently under research and it is not being implemented. Then the self-aware AI, so it will be processing the self-awareness and consciousness, and it is also under research and development. Okay, so the last two one. So theory of mind as well as self-aware, it is under research and development. It is not being implemented nowadays. Okay, so this is based upon the functionality, how we can categorize the AI. And then the based on the technology. Okay, so this we know. So based on the technology, we can divide the artificial intelligence into subcategories. Okay, so machine learning, then the deep learning, NLP, robotics, as well as the expert system. Okay, right? So I think everyone is aware about these terms. So I am not going to give more insight about this particular 5 topics. And then based upon the learning paradigms. Okay, so various learning algorithms: supervised learning, unsupervised, reinforcement, and the semi-supervised learning. Okay, so based upon this learning paradigms also we can divide the artificial intelligence or categorize the artificial intelligence. Okay, right. So we have seen the categories based on the capability, based upon the functionality, based on the technology, and based on the learning paradigms. Okay, so in these 4 different ways we can divide or we can categorize the artificial intelligence. Okay, so next, coming to the time usage of a teacher. Okay, so I think everyone will agree with this. Okay, so most of the time we will be planning, then we will be teaching, we will be attending the meeting, so then some for our professional developments we will be doing. Then in the 8% others, we have to mentor the students, we have to track their activities, so those things we will be doing. Then the 10% we have to perform the administrative operations or administrative tasks, and in the 12% of our time we will be using it for grading. Okay, right? So based upon the campuses, this time may change. Okay, so this is a overall time calculation of a teacher, which is given by a survey company or a survey corporation. Okay, right? So based upon the campuses as well as based upon the designation of the faculty, this time will get changed. Okay, right? So this is an average time calculation. Okay, right? So here, can anyone tell me, so if AI is implemented in our education, so whatever changes can be done in this particular time usage? If a pure AI is being implemented in our teachers' activities, what are the time can be saved? So you may use the chatbot for providing your answers. So I'll be giving you 1 minute time. So I won't agree with that answer. Okay, it will replace the teaching faculty. I won't agree with that answer, right? So I won't agree that. So it will replace the teaching faculty. No. So I'm asking how the time of e-materials can be. Yeah, so that is one. So that is a truth and a fact. E-materials can be easily generated, right? Okay. So many platforms are available or many projects are available. By using that, we can create e-documents. Okay. So for our tons and tons of teaching material, we can create e-materials. Any other? Any other answers? So here, what we can do is we can save our time in planning as well as we can save our time in grading. Okay, so both in those area we can save our time as well as we can effectively increase our timing in teaching. Yeah, plagiarism checking. Yeah, okay. So for our research processes, we can use that plagiarism checking. So nowadays we are using that. Okay, so the popular plagiarism checking, it is the Turnitin, and we are using that for our day-to-day research activities. Okay, right. Thank you, Sangeeta Priya ma'am, for your response. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so here, what we can do is if you have implemented, or if in our life, if you are implementing the pure AI projects, we can save our time in planning, we can save our time in grading, as well as we can increase our timing in the teaching process, and then we can increase our timing in professional development, and also we can reduce the timing in other categories. Okay, so in these areas we can reduce the time and we can increase the time in our teaching. Okay, so there we can deliver the more informations to the students in more effectively by using the AI. Next, so artificial intelligence in education. Okay, so it means it is referring to that is the usage of AI technologies in our education to enhance and to transform the learning as well as the teaching experience. Okay, so here the integration will be aiming to personalize the learning, then automate the administrative task and provide new methods for education for ourselves as well as for the students. Okay, so including effectively the available AI tools in our education for our preparation as well as for delivery and also for our students to learn. Okay, so here you can see how to use an AI in education. Okay, how we can use our AI in education. Okay, so here so a research says or an analysis says that in US the market of AI in education has reached up to 3.68 billion. Okay, the market of AI in US between the time 2018 to 2033, it reached about 3.68 billion by 2023. That is an increase in 47% in the US market. That is the usage of AI tools which got affected in the education, and the revenue of that has been raised from 0 to 47%. Okay, and here for many institutions, manual tasks were there for students as well as for teachers. Okay, so by using the AI, it got reduced in the US. Okay. And how we can use this is, first case, that is a AI based tutoring system. That is, so we can use this system for assigning the students the assignments as well as the mock exams. Okay, so we can make the AI machines for assigning the assignments as well as the mock exams, and in addition to that, the same platform has to track. Okay, it will be performing the tracking of the students. Okay, right? So if you are implementing AI, and if a student is taking his mock exam or his assignment, the AI can track his track record, or it can track his activity, and it can give the feedback. Okay, based upon that, what can be done is, so based upon his learning capability or his performance in that particular exam or in that particular assignment, what he can do is he will be given with those type of questions or those type of queries to improve himself. Okay, so that will be taking place if we are implementing the AI based tutoring system, or if a AI based tutoring system needs to be implemented, this has to happen. Okay. So then the personalized learning. So here, so the AI recommendation algorithms can, okay, so I am not saying it will, it can, okay, so it can examine the students from his past topics or his past performance. Okay, so from the past performance, the student's track record will be analyzed by the algorithm, and based upon that, he will be given the ideas, or he will be suggested the subjects, or he will be given with the contents to learn. Okay, so based upon his performance, these things will be given to him. Okay, so that is said to be the personalized learning. Then the translating languages, right? So here AI can immediately translate the language. Okay, so you can see the, for example, you can see your YouTube videos. In the YouTube videos, you can see, right? So there you have an option set to be captions, CC. Yeah, button set to be CC will be there. If you enable that, you will be getting the captions, right? So in your own language, whatever language it is providing, in the options you will be having some languages. Okay, so the Hindi, English, like this, many languages, foreign languages will also be there, right? Okay, so based upon the language which you need, you can on the you can switch on the caption so that the audio of that particular video will be getting translated to your language which you are opting. Okay, so similarly the translation of languages can also be done here. Okay, right? So in the academics, how it can be used is, so if a student is getting difficult in understanding a key term or a technical term, what it can do, it can provide the meaning for that, from where it has origin, those history it can give. Okay, those history that AI can give, so that the student can easily understand what is that, and he can remember it. Okay, so what is it and what it will do, what is the use of that. Likewise, he can grasp it, or he can remember it, and he can implement it in his academic activities. Okay, so that can be done in this translations. Then the automation. So here, automation means many multiple tasks which we are assigning to the student. So it can be automated, right? So it can be automated. That is, so simple task can be given to the students, and based upon that, the related task can be assigned to him. Okay, so it can be, it should be automatically done. Okay, so it should be automatically done. That is, AI has to think, and it has to give what has to be given to him. Likewise, it has to go through, and it has to implement it. Then the grading and assessment. Okay, so most of our time you will be, or the we as a teacher, what we will be doing, we will be spending most of our time by grading. Okay, so you'll be, we would have given assignments, we would have conducted tests. So for that, we will be spending most of our time. Clear, right? So if the AI is being implemented and everything is done in digital format, then what can be done? Our time can be reduced. Okay, our time can get reduced. Okay, so just I will back in 30 seconds. Okay, so if you are implementing our AI in the grading and assessment, our time can be saved. And as well as based upon that assignment and grading, the performance of the student can be tracked, and based upon that, the personalized learning can be suggested to him. And the real-time assessments. So real-time assessments means the assessment as well as the test, those can be given in real time, right? So we will be conducting the quiz format, right? So you can, many of you will be aware about the quizzes, right? So based on that, the quizzes can be conducted, and so that can be a real-time assessment. So the performance of the students can be tracked in the real time itself, and that can be provided to them. Okay, so that will be extremely beneficial for the students, right? So in which area they are lagging, or in which area they have to gain knowledge, that can be that will be known to the student in effective manner. Okay, so then the voice assistants, the students can engage with their study materials to the voice assistants, right? So without the involvement of the teacher also, right? Okay, so the voice assistants can also assist them. Then the personalized communication. So here we can use the chatbot services. Okay, so here the queries can be given in the chatbot, and the chatbot will be providing with the responses. Then the smart content. So smart content is nothing but development of the e-digital contents. Okay. So then the collaborative learning. So here what can be done is students can be divided into small group based upon the interest of that students. And here the collaborative learning will be more effective in the academic activities or in the academic performance of the students, right? Okay, so here the student has to group the faculty has to group the students based upon the capability, or based upon the previous track record of the students, the AI can group the students into a group, small group, and it can provide the facility for the student to make them a collaborative learning process. Okay, so these are the tools, or these are the possibility which can be implemented in the education if AI is being used, or if AI is being purely involved in the education sector. Okay, right. So any doubts in this? Okay, right. So I think there is no doubts. So here, steps to develop AI-based software for education industry. So what are the things we need to follow? So in order to include a AI-based software in your education industry. Okay, so because why I am saying this is, so in our RMK group of institutions, we have an AI-based platform for doing a assessment for students. Okay, right? So we will be conducting weekly or daily, we will be conducting MCQ test for the students, right? So there we have two different options for giving the queries. So one is AI based. Okay, so we need to provide the difficulty level of the students, difficulty level of question which has to be set. Okay, so there we have some 5 different levels. So if you adjust that particular level, that difficulty level of questions will be given to the students, and they have to perform their or they have to do the activities. Okay, right? So likewise, we have a platform in our RMK group of institutions. That is, all three engineering colleges are using, and the students are also using that, right? So there, all the details. Okay, when the student started the work, or when the student started the quiz, at how many time he used to take to answer the question, in how many minutes he completed. So all those informations we can see it in a dashboard, or for each and every student we can track it separately. Okay, so likewise we have a platform, right? So similarly, if an institution need to implement a AI platform for their purpose, and what are the things they have to look into, so that is given here. So first thing, you have to be very clear about the idea. So what you are going to implement, why you need that particular AI software. Okay, so that has to be very clear. Okay, so then, so on analyzing all the ideas, so you will be coming to a solution, right? So this particular thing has to be done for us, and this much operation has to be done. Everything you will be having an idea, right? So based upon that, what you have to do, you have to build an architecture. Okay, so you have to build an architecture for that particular software which you are going to install, or which you are going to develop for your campus. Okay, right? So after creating that project architecture, you have to choose a right tech stack, or a right company, or an organization for implementation. Okay, right? So in many of the places, the third step will be something more tedious, right? So choosing a correct tech stack, that will be a tedious thing, right? So somebody will be performing well. Some will be only making the show offs. So likewise also many organizations are there, right? So while giving the demonstration, they will be giving something, and while implementation, nothing will be there. So likewise also it will be happening, right? Okay. And after choosing the right tech stack, the minimum viable product has to be built. Okay, so minimum viable product has to be built. Okay, right? And then so after building that particular minimum viable product, you have to start your development. Okay, so you have to start your development, and after development, the testing has to be done for that particular software before implementation. Okay, so before implementation, testing has to be done how the performance is. Okay, right? So here the minimum viable product means the minimum value of the product. Okay, so in the minimum value, the product has to be developed. Okay, right? And it should be in the format that in future, if many additions has to be added up, that has to be incorporated in that. Okay, so likewise, that particular product has to be developed. Okay, right? So these are the 6 steps which has to be followed for developing a AI based software in an education for your education industry. Okay, so discuss the idea, build the architecture, choose the right tech, then build a minimum value product, start development, and finally you have to test your software. Okay, right. So till then, now we have seen about the AI different types, how it can be included in our education, what are the steps you have to carry out for building an AI project for your campus. Okay, so now we shall see about the different successful projects which are being implemented in the education industry or in the education sector. Okay, right. So here the things which we are discussing is implemented by some private organizations. It is their own product. Okay, so something which I am discussing, or which I am giving you the insight, may differ with the real-time products which is available now. Okay, right? So that I have said you in the disclaimer itself. Okay, so because of the changing environment, many things have got changed. Okay, right. So now we shall go one by one. The first thing is the cognitive teacher. Okay, Carnage learning cognitive tutor. Okay, so here in this application, what they have done is they have designed a software or a AI tool for performing the mathematical problems. Okay, so students can so in that particular platform, so here you can see the products: clear math, clear literacy, clear language, and clear service. Okay, so in the initial stage they have only implemented the clear math application, right? So here what can be done is yeah, so here what can be done is the based upon the grades. Okay, so based upon the grades, the problems were given. Okay, so based upon the grades, the problems were given, and the students have to solve the problems. Okay, so students have to solve the problems based upon the grade. Clear, right? So here a problem statement will be given. What the student has to give is, so what are the things he need to find out, right? So that he have to enter, then he have to give the unit values, and he have to give the expression, and based upon the expression the output will be given to him. Okay, so based upon the expression the output or the result will be given to him, right? Okay, on each step of his input, or on each input which he is giving, all the actions will be getting tracked up by that particular AI environment, and his activities will be graded up there, or his performance or his as skill will be calculated there. Okay, and there a timeline like a graph will be there, and there his activity will be graded, and there the activities will be shown. Okay, so in the format of line chart. Okay, right? So in the format of line chart, his activities and his performance will be shown there in this particular cognitive teacher AI application. Okay, so in the YouTube, if you search it by giving this particular tab, you will be given with the result, right? So there you can see the operations, or how the student has to perform that mathematical task or mathematical problem, how you have to give. That will be provided there. Okay, so here for each and every student, he will be given with a dashboard, or he will be given with an environment. Based upon his performance, his skill will be tracked and his activity will be marked up there. Okay, and here based upon the real-time adaptation or based upon the real-time activity, everything will be tracked up and feedback will be given to him. Okay, and here the students also are practicing this particular environment has improved their test score. Okay, so the study has given that the test score of that students, those who are using this particular application, has been improved. And also this particular software or AI environment has been included, or it has been implemented over 600 school districts, not schools, school districts in USA during that time itself. Okay. And then the key takeaways is here it is giving the effective personalization, then the real-time feedback is given, teacher support is also given, and the engagement and motivation for the student is also given in this particular environment. Okay. So challenges is, so it won't be fitting to any of the curriculum. Okay. So normally, yeah, past area they will be developing, right? Student has to pick the topics which is relevant to his curriculum and he has to give. He has to perform, right? So fitting to a curriculum is not applicable here. Okay, and the teacher training is also somewhat expensive, or it is not up to that mark. Okay, and in future they may plan. Okay, so first thing they have only implemented in the clear math. The mathematics were only implemented. Now additionally 3 services were also implemented. So maybe in future they would have implemented to, or they will extend it to other subjects also. And also enhanced AI capabilities they can include. And nowadays it's only available in the websites. Maybe it can come as a mobile application also. And also collaboration and sharing can also be possible. Okay, because nowadays many AI tools are providing with that collaboration and sharing. Okay, so but it is not available here. Maybe they would have included it in the future. Okay, so that's about its cognitive teaching. The second case is your IBM Watson. Okay, so this is used for.
Robert John Meehan said, "We're not just teachers, we're managers of the world's greatest resource, children."
Teachers, you educate, you enlighten, you ignite the imagination. But managing the world's greatest resource can be a complicated business. There are individual academic needs to consider, school and district requirements to meet, test to grade, top performers to challenge, low performers to motivate, reporting structures. The list goes on. And somewhere in between, you might even find time for lunch. And while there's a method to the madness, wouldn't it be nice if everything you need during class, all your notes, all your student grades, school records, even insights from other teachers, could exist in one place? Something that keeps you organized and on top of things, so you can focus on actually being a teacher. A tool that provides a 360-degree view of each student at your fingertips, and that provides all the available information about each student in your classroom in one place, so you can truly personalize your interactions with them and individualize the learning process. Imagine if you could instantly know that Amy is a soccer player and struggles with calculus. Brian is a visual learner. Josh's science teacher noted that he seems unmotivated. And Lila's latest tests.
Okay, so this particular Watson IBM, so previously it was named as IBM Watson, now it is changed as Watson X. Okay, so here what it will be doing is it will be providing some more interactive personal engagement, and it can process the NLP, that is it is doing the natural language processing, and based upon that dynamic learning resources can be developed for the students. Okay, so here what it can do is it will be identifying the key terms. Okay, it will be identifying the key concepts and terms, and based upon that it will be creating summaries and it will be providing for the students. Okay, and then you can generate the quizzes, flashcards, and the interactive exercises. Everything can be generated in this particular Meet Watson, and you can provide it for the students. Okay, and also you can track the students based upon their performance, and that can be adapted to that student. And based upon the natural language, the Korean answer responses, that particular process is also been carried out here. And the content enrichment, that is the multimedia elements, can also be implemented in this, or can be included in this particular IBM Watson education platform. Okay, so here, after using this, their learning outcomes were also improved. The scalability has reached a large extent. Then the students' engagement, that is interactive and personalized contents, were also increased. Then the educators also got benefit from using this particular IBM Watson platform. Then here also, the most and main informations, or the main possibility which was there, is the personalization and adaptation, and the interactiveness, and the effectiveness of the teaching, as well as the scalability. Okay, so scalability, that is been it was implemented in a small group, and then it has been introduced in the large education institutions also now. Okay. The challenges is integration with the existing system. So many institutions will be having their own existing environment or environment platform. So there it is somewhat difficult for implementation. Then the data privacy of students is also there. And the teacher training is also it's not much effective. Okay, and then the content quality, the maintaining content quality, high content quality, and the accuracy is also should be essential, but it is also somewhat lagging there. Okay, so in future they may expand it for other subject also. Then more enhanced AI capabilities and the mobile learning, as well as collaborative learning, can also be implemented there. Okay. Then the third one, it is a grade scope. Okay, so grade scope means, so here what can be done is the assignments can be uploaded to this particular platform, and the grading will be done by this particular AI platform, and it will be providing the feedback to the students.
Gradescope is the place for all your assessments. Your final exam on quantum entanglement? That programming project about bees and ants. It's an online platform built by instructors for instructors to help cover all aspects of creating, distributing, grading, and understanding your assessments. Deliver your assessments on paper, online, or both, and take your work with you wherever you go. Whether you're a team of 1 grading 10 students or a team of 100 grading 1,000, you can save time grading. No more passing papers back and forth. Coordinate grading across questions in parallel, or work on the same question at the same time. And we made using a rubric easier and more powerful. All graders share the same rubric, and if edits are made, they automatically apply to the students who are already graded. Plus, you can grade even faster with answer groups, so you don't have to grade the same thing twice. Then with just one click, students can get your detailed feedback, allowing them to understand why they missed every point. You can download the grades to import them into your own gradebook, or hook into your LMS directly. Sign up today, start grading tomorrow with Gradescope.
Okay, so this is an insight about your Gradescope platform. So here the assignments can be uploaded, and we can set the rubrics for that assignments, and based upon that, this particular system will be giving us a report. Okay, right? So the adjustments of marks, rubrics for each and every category of students, everything we can set up here, and based upon that, the grading will be done, and we can download the report here. Okay, so here various type of assignments can be given, that is including the exams and the homework, projects, then the assignments, assessments, everything can be done in this particular AI platform. Okay, right? So here, what they have included is they have implemented various subjects. Okay, so computer science, physics, maths, and chemistry, biology, engineering, economics, and so on. Like this, many subjects they have incorporated in this particular grade scope platform. Okay, so here the key features are you can automatically generate or automatically grade the projects or whatever thing you have given, and here the grading will be done based upon the rubrics which we have given. Then the feedbacks, real-time feedbacks can be sent to the student. Then the grouping of students. Okay, so collaborative learning I have told you that is also possible here. Then the analysis and report of the students can be done here. Then the integration of this particular AI with other LMS, that is the learning management system, is also be possible, right? So in the previous video you would have seen the last part they have shown to which what are the management systems through to which they can integrate this grade scope. Okay, so that is been included here. And the success metrics of this particular grade scope is it is time saving, right? So in the one of the analysis slide we have seen, so 12% of our time is going in this grading process, right? So that can be reduced here. Then since we are using the rubrics, so the consistency and the fairness of grading will be taking place, and the student feedback can be enhanced. Okay, enhanced student feedback is here, and we can handle large classes also. Okay, so for example, take if you are taking a class for 60, so somewhat difficult will be there for grading. Okay, so if it is taking for 120, what will be happening? So more time is needed, right? And if it is for 180, so more time will be needed, right? Okay, so for handling the large class or grading system for large class is somewhat difficult. Okay, right? So that can be solved by using this particular grade scope platform. And the key takeaways are this: effective time management, then the fair and consistent grading, immediate feedback, then the scalability. It can be extended to large courses as well as institutions. And the challenges is initial setup. Setting up that rubrics will be somewhat difficult for us, and the AI limitations. Okay, so you do not have many type of assessment is included here. So what are the assessment types available here? Only we will be able to perform here. And the data privacy of data is also being thread here. And the teacher training. Okay, so efficient or effective training has to be given to the teachers to perform. Okay, and here in the future directions, maybe in the future they would expand their assignment types. They would have improve their AI algorithms, and for many LMS there is a chance for integration and collaborative grading. Okay, so collaborative grading is multiple grading of grading by multiple educators. Okay, so now currently for a single uh, assignment, a single educator can only grade that. Okay, so in future maybe they may bring a facility of multiple faculty to grade that particular assessment. Okay, right. So in some universities or in some autonomous institutions, there is a multiple grading system is there for the end semester examination. Okay, so a single paper will be evaluated by one or two person at the same time. Okay, so that type of grading can be implemented here, right? Okay, so in our RMK group of institution, that type of grading is being taking place for our end semester examination as well as for our for our end semester examination that has been taking place. Okay, so one internal faculty will be examining a paper. The same paper will be examined by the external examiner also. Okay, so same way that can be integrated in this grade scope in future. Maybe there is a chance. Okay. The fourth one is the quizzes. I think many of you are aware about this quizzes. Okay, so I was introduced by this quizzes platform by the from our St.Xavier Catholic College of Engineering. Dr. Martin Beno introduced this to me. So during that time when I was working in St.Xavier Catholic College of Engineering, right? So it has been this is a widely used tool in our Xavier's College for conducting quizzes for the students. Okay, so it is launched in 2015, and we shall see an insight about that.
Quizzes helps teachers save time. Here's how it works. First, create a new quiz or mix and match millions of teacher-created questions. Next, students play at their own pace, in class or at home. Every learner competes to improve, and retakes are a cinch. While students play, Quizzes handles the grading. Instantly, you see what each student has mastered, know where they can improve, and share their progress with tools like Google Classroom. Find a quiz now. It's free.
Okay, so here what we can do is
Quizzes.
here what we can do is we can make the quizzes in a gamified form. Yeah, so in a gamified form we can make the quizzes, right? Okay, so here this is very simple to use. So you can sign up by your email ID so that you will be creating a login there, and there are many different type of assessments are there, right? So assignments, quizzes, like this, many things are there, right? So you can choose any one of them and you can perform it. Okay, so live quizzes can be done, or the quizzes you can schedule a quiz. Student can take that in his own time, and at that time itself it will be getting evaluated and the marks will be given to him. Okay, so like this it can be planned in the quizzes, right? So this is a gamified type of quizzes, and the real-time feedback can be given. Adaptive learning is possible there. Reports and analysis are being provided. Then the homework mode, that is which I told you now, right? It can be scheduled. The student can take the assignment at his own time. Okay, and it can also be integrated to other tools. Okay, the success matrix is it increase the engagement. Since we can give the quizzes in the gamified form, it will be more interest for the students to participate. Okay, and here the improved learning outcome is also possible there. Then wide adaptation as well as the positive feedback is more in this. Key takeaway is engagement through gamifications. Then the real-time feedback given, then personalized learning, data-driven insights, and so on. Okay, and here the content quality should be ensured by the educators. Okay, the content quality should be, since here gamifications, the quizzes be only providing the questions and possible solutions for that. Okay, so options will be providing. Okay, right? So that giving the queries or performing creating a quizzes, that has to be ensured by the quality in high standard, by the educator in high standard. Okay, and it should be made accessible for all the students. Okay, so that is a, nowadays it's not at all problem because everyone have electronic gadget with them and they will be able to use it. Okay, and the privacy and security is also a small threat in here, so that should be ensured. Then the teacher training is also needed here. Okay, in future the same way, some more capabilities can be implemented, then the contents can be extended, mobile application can be used, and the collaborative feature can be included there. Okay. And the next one is the Cogni. So here, what they are providing is the primary focus is personalizing the learning and engagement through the natural language process. Okay, so by the natural language of the student itself, it will be providing with the uh, enabling them with that learning and assessments. Okay, so it's been used in various education institutions and also K-12 higher educations also, and also it is being widely used in the corporates for making them training. Okay.
Hello, my name is Dick Kaneja. I'm the founder and CEO of Cogni. Cogni is a leading provider of.
So the key features are virtual assistants, then the automated assessments, personalized learning, formative feedback. That is the detailed feedback on the students' responses or the those who are taking that particular platform for enrichment. Then large number of students can be used. Okay, the large number of students can be included for this particular process. In the data analytics and insights, the educators will be receiving the analysis and the insights about the student performance, and through that they can identify the students and where they are lagging and can give some additional support to the students. Okay, and the success matrix of this particular application or this particular project is enhanced learning outcome and the student engagement, teacher effectiveness, and scalability. Okay, and the key takeaway is the mainly it processes the it uses the NLP technique. Okay, so that is only the main takeaway, and others are similar to that of other environment. Okay, so the next one, it is the CRAM 101. So here what we can do is we can upload the textbooks. Okay, so we can upload the textbooks, or we can upload the textbook contents, and based upon that textbooks, what we can do is we can create some flashcards or some e-connects for that particular textbooks. Okay, so that is the main motto of this CRAM 101. That is by valid publication. Okay, right. So here the textbook summaries can be taken, then the smart study gates can be taken, then the practice test and quizzes, then the flashcards, everything can be generated by giving the contents to this particular platform. Okay, right. So I have given the website address. So by using this website address, you can check this particular resource. Okay. And the key takeaway challenges for the direction is also same as that of the other platforms which we have seen already. Okay, and the main thing, the main or the most successful thing which is nowadays going on is the Jill Watson. Okay, so it is an AI-enabled virtual teaching assistant developed in the Georgian Institute of Technology, and it was introduced in the year 2016. Okay, so on the screen you can see a person named as Dr. Ashok Goyal. So he is the inventor of this particular teaching assistant set to be Jill Watson. Okay, right. So here this will be assisting. So this will be in the format of a chatbot. Okay, so students can post this query, and based upon the query, the support will be given by the Jill Watson AI tool. Okay, so here on the screen you can see a screenshot of that particular Jill Watson response. Okay, so since it has the wide knowledge about most of the subjects, it is easy for this Jill Watson environment to answer the query of the students here. Okay, so it mainly uses the NLP, natural language processing technique, and it is available 24/7. Okay, so it is available 24/7. It has a wide knowledge base, and it provides you with the adaptive learning technique, and it can also be integrated with the LMS of that particular institution. Okay, and the success matrix is because of its response time, it gone viral. Okay, right. So whenever you post a query, the next second it will be providing you the answer. Or if it is not, if it is finding difficult in providing you the answer, or if it is taking any time, it will be giving a message for that also. Okay, it will be giving a response for that, and immediately then you will be provided with the answer. And also here the responses given are of high accuracy. Okay, so high accuracy responses are being given. Okay, so what question the student is asking, for that question the related answer or the accurate answer is being provided by this particular chatbot set to be Jill Watson. Okay, and increased efficiency, then the positive student feedback, since it is giving the things clearly, which is understandable by a student, the positive feedback is given by the students. Okay, so here second one of the PDF, screenshot is being given also, right? So this here generated by the Jill Watson here. Okay, so large number of students were using this, then the scalability is also large, student support is given. Okay, and here the challenge is only the initial setup and training, and the maintenance of accuracy, data privacy, acceptance by the educators and the students. That is only the challenges of this particular chatbot or this AI tool. Okay, and the next one is the Dragon speech recognition software or the application. Okay, so this is similar to that of a option which is available in our Microsoft Word. Okay, so in the Microsoft Word we have an option that we can speak, and based upon our words which we are speaking, the particular word will be typed in that comments. Okay, so the same way here the Dragon speech recognition will be performed.
What if there was an easier way to use your computer? Whether you have limited mobility or just want to be more efficient with you're a teacher, student, parent, lawyer, or writer, open Microsoft Word. You can do.
So here you can see the operation of this particular Dragon speech recognition AI.
Wake up, open Microsoft Word. Set font size to 12 points. Quote response. New paragraph. Thank you for asking our company to issue you a quote on the new pool cover period. Please find our rates below, colon. Bold thank you. Underline our rates. Go to sleep. With Dragon, you can use simple.
Okay, right? So based upon the speech or based upon our natural languages, the processing will be done there, right? Okay. So in the VAT, you will not be able to perform it perfectly like this. Okay. So here, next paragraph means it will be going to the next paragraph. Period means it will be providing the full stop. Then if you need to underline something, you can specify it. Okay, underline this particular VAT means that will be done here. Then go to the next paragraph, next line means everything will be understood and it will be performing its operation. Okay, so that's your Dragon speech recognition, right? So this can be
commands to control you.
So this can be widely used for the educators when they need to write their research projects or when they need to write their research papers. Okay, so many will be feeling difficult in typing their contents, lots and lots of or pages or contents, right? Okay, in that cases, this particular AI tool will be helping them. Okay, right? Simply you have to open the tool, then you can talk. Okay, you can keep talking. It will be listening and it will be doing doing the work for you. Okay, so you don't want to stress for that. Okay, so the key features is it will be understanding the speech, it will be doing the transcription service, it will be providing the virtual assistants, accessible tools, and it will be processing the language. Okay, success metrics is it has the improved accessibility, enhanced efficiency, better student engagement, and positive feedback. Okay, and the challenges and consideration, accuracy and the privacy concerns, integration of the existing system and user training, that is the challenges. In future, these can be improved in your in this particular AI. Okay, so the next one, it is a Brainly. So I think many of you are aware about this Brainly platform. Okay, so this Brainly platform is a online education platform through which we can get responses for the queries. Okay, so it's invented in the year 2009. Okay, right? So here students will be asking the questions for them. Educators, those who are there in this particular platform, will be providing the answers for them. Okay, so that was happening in the previous day when it was launched. Okay, so nowadays a new thing was being introduced, that is to be the AI assistance here. Okay, so AI assistance has been introduced in this particular Brainly platform, and it is helping the students for their relevant topics and for their relevant contents. Okay, so here also it is easy for to sign in and use, but it is licensed, I think, right? So you have to pay for using it. Yeah, so you have to pay for it. Okay, so for using it for more days or to use its services completely. Okay, right? So it is a payable service. Okay, so crowdsourced Q&A, right? So questions can be posed. Anyone, those who are present in that particular platform, will be providing the answers. Okay, so the answer which is opted by the student, or if the student is satisfied with that answer, he will be going for that answer. Okay, so that practice has been carried out, and new addition is that AI powered content moderation. Okay, and the personalized learning is there, gamification, multilingual support, mobile app, everything is there, right? Similar to that of the other platforms. Then the 10th one is the just the fact 101. So just the fact 101 is a part of your cram 101, which we have seen earlier. Okay, so here also the same thing. That is, while reading the textbooks, we will be using the highlighting process, right? We will be using the highlighter, yellow color, green color highlighters we will be using, right? And we will be highlighting the main contents or the important points in that particular textbooks. Okay, the same way that can be done here, and you can create your own flashcards. Then summaries can be created, separate study gates can be created. Okay, so since it is a part of cram 101, what are the things you can do in the cram 101? The same can be used in this just the fact 101 also. Okay, so it is same. Okay, so there is no much difference And the 10th one is your Duolingo. Okay, so I think many of you are aware about this. Okay, so Duolingo. So here what is being done is you can learn different languages. Okay, so many different languages you can learn. It will be in the format of a gamification. Okay, so in the format of gamification only, you will be learning new things or new language. There is a possibility of learning new things here. Okay, so Indian language means Hindi is available. Only that Hindi is available as an Indian language to learn. All others are foreign languages. Okay, so only Hindi is an Indian language which you can learn. Not Tamil, Malayalam, Telugu, that's are not integrated here. Only Hindi is available, and all other most of the foreign languages are available in this Duolingo. By using this Duolingo, you can learn the languages. Okay, so here also you can see it.
Duolingo is the free, fun, and effective way to learn a language. With over 35 languages and interactive bite-sized lessons that keep you motivated, Duolingo is the world's #1 language learning app. Download Duolingo and start learning a language today.
Okay, so this is the popular language learning app which is being used nowadays. Okay, right. So in the first day of your FDP, also that ma'am has told about this Duolingo in one of the slides. Okay, the key features are these things: the gamification, adaptive learning, and the interactive exercises, instant feedback. Okay, so it will be giving the words and the sound, and it will be asking you to choose which sound is similar to of this particular spelling of this word. And if you are choosing the wrong one, you will be given with the feedback at what once, and for that you will be given with the rewards and so on. Okay, so like as the gamification process is being taking place, and your progress will be getting tracked here, and it has both the web and mobile access. Okay, and success metrics, it has a large user base, high engagement, positive learning outcome, user satisfaction, and so on. Okay, takeaway is the personalized learning, engagement through gamification, accessibility, and instant feedback. Okay, and the 12th one, it is a chatbot service which is introduced in the Georgia State University, and its name is Pons. Okay, similar to that of your Zil WhatsApp. Okay, so here also the natural language processing technique is being widely used for processing. Okay, and the final thing is your Squirrel AI. So it is founded in China. So it's a Chinese-based language. So here also it will be taking the NLP, natural language processing technique, and it is providing the service to the students. Okay. Okay. So that's about the some of the successful projects which I have delivered here. So it's not limited to this. Okay, so many things are there. It's not limited to this. So many resources are available in the websites. You can have that resources and you can go through it, right? Okay. So here in this, so widely used thing nowadays in our for our things or in our India, we are widely using the Fuses and Brainly for our can use it for our academics. Okay, so Brainly as the Fuses for making the our teaching as well as our academic things in an effective manner, as in the format of a gamification. Okay, right. So any doubts in this or any clarifications you may ask now. So I am done with the presentation here. Any queries? Sanisha ma'am?
Sir,
Ma'am, I am done with this presentation.
shall we close the session, sir?
Yes ma'am, yes ma'am. If they do not have any doubts or clarifications, we can close it.
Dear faculty members, if you have any queries, you can unmute yourself and raise your queries. Okay, sir, then we'll close the session. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Andrew Glacier for his session on case studies of successful AI projects in education. Sir, your interactive presentation with real-time applications was both inspiring and highly informative. Your contribution has significantly enhanced our FDP. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. I once again thank the management of St. Xavier's Catholic College of Engineering for providing the opportunity, and I also thank our HOD ma'am, Dr. Shibarani ma'am, and I also thank my colleague, Mrs. Johnsy ma'am, for approaching me about this FDP and giving an opportunity for this. Thank you once again. Thank you, Anishama, for the introduction as well as the word of thanks for this session. Thank you, ma'am. And thank you all the educators, those who have participated in this particular session. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. We have come to the conclusion of this enriching 6 days FDP on AI in education. Over the past week, we have engaged in a series of insightful sessions and thought-provoking presentations. We have explored new methodologies, innovative teaching strategies, and the latest advancements in AI. I hope this program has not only enhanced our knowledge, but also strengthened our community of educators. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to esteemed resource persons who have generously shared their expertise and experiences with us. Their contributions have been invaluable and have greatly enriched this program. I extend my gratitude to our correspondent, Reverend Father S. Godwin Silva Justice, our bursar, Reverend Father R. Mike Xavier Raj, our principal, Dr. J. Maheshwaran, HOD Department of CSE, Dr. P.R. Shibarani, for their support, motivation, and words of encouragement towards the conduct of this FDP. A special thanks to the organizing committee for their planning and seamless execution of this event. To all the participants, thank you for your active engagement and enthusiasm. Your participation has been the driving force behind the success of this program. In conclusion, I would like to quote Albert Einstein, who once said, "Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think." Let us continue to nurture our minds and the minds of our students, fostering a culture of lifelong learning and curiosity. Thank you once again to everyone who made this FDP possible. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors and look forward to the continued exchange of knowledge and ideas. Thank you all. Dear faculty members, feedback form is posted in the chat box. Kindly fill it. Dear faculty members, regarding certificates, you'll receive your certificates in your registered email ID within a week. Thank you.